Thank you very much, Angela, and thank you also for the invitation to this webinar and for the introduction. I mean, it's a pleasure for me and also for my colleague Vasiliki, who joined us to listen to this midterm plenary session of the project on data collection and digital transformation of the European food banks. When you, Angela, asked me to talk in this webinar on behalf of the Commission and reflect on why your project is important for us, a lot of different elements came in my mind, some more of general nature and some more of specific nature. So probably I would like to start with the general part and with the general aspects. Obviously, the very important issue is the role of food donation and food banks in the food system. Food donation promotes the transition towards the circular economy, it enhances the collaboration between the different players, and it stimulates also more sustainable food and agriculture systems. This last has become more and more important in the recent times and is in the focus also in the recently adopted Farm to Fork strategy, to which I would like to dedicate a little time because I think it is important to understand in this new context also where we are heading. This Farm to Fork strategy, I'm sure you all heard about this, aims to transform the food system to a fair, healthy and environmentally friendly food system. Food donation and the food banks have not only in the food system as such, but also in this transformation a very important and key role to play. The strategy on the one hand side acknowledges that tackling food loss and waste is key to achieving sustainability. And in the context, food donation has been always one of the tools to reduce food waste. In the same time, the strategy also refers to food security as such, particularly in light of the recent developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the strategy states that sustainable food system must ensure sufficient and varied supply of safe, nutritious and affordable food to people all times, not at least in crisis. While we had sufficient food supply in general, luckily, the pandemic has presented many challenges, such as logistical disruption of the food supply chain, changes in the consumer pattern, just mentioning some. The food bank's contribution to address these challenges were outstanding and has been proven again the importance of your operation. And these general considerations lead me to the more specific aspect of your project and the relevance of the data collection in a reliable and comparable format across the countries in order to be able to address the different impacts and measures. Such activity of collecting data should be certainly not considered as an administrative burden, but shall be looked from my point of view, and I hope you agree as well, more as a necessary and useful tool to further improve and optimize the activities of food banks across Europe. How can your project and data collection activity contribute and be part of also of the harmonized methodology to quantify food waste at European level? There are basically 2 points I would like to highlight in this respect. You know that on EU level, the measurement of food which is donated is not obligatory. However, member states can decide of sending such data. In such cases, food banks seems to be the natural data provider. So having said this, I mean, the data connection exercise and this project has a key importance. The Commission and also the measurement methodology has asked for data referred to in weight. The reason for this is because it shall help us in mapping the flow of the food through all stages of the food supply chain. However, it should certainly not prevent you to collect also data on the financial value and the nutritional needs of the food, donated food, because the measurement exercise of food banks should focus really on the data needed for your own management and operation, and any EU needs should be considered as a secondary priority. The priority should be really on what and how, through the data collection and the sharing of data and harmonizing the understanding and the definition and the various methodology to analyze this data, can help to further improve your operation as such. And I also would like to mention one point which is not strongly related for the measurement, but it is related to the revision of the Waste Framework Directive. As you know, under the Waste Framework Directive, the member states are asked to prepare food waste prevention programs, and national food banks may inquire in the respective member states how such programs, how these national food waste prevention programs are being developed, and how you could also get more prominence in these programs. Just now, I mean, I'm coming now to the end, and I would like to close basically with what we have been saying over the time, you know, these three words: target, measure, act. This is really key. And certainly after there is the act, you again have to measure, and then you again have to start this circle. Without measuring the effectiveness and the usefulness of the various actions, there is no possibility to see where are barriers, what can be further optimized, how we could further improve. And for measurement, obviously, as also Jacques mentioned, we need data. So certainly your project is key. It has a lot of added value, and we very much look forward to the presentations of today and to this project. Thank you very much. And I apologize that I will have to leave 5 before 11, 5 to 11, but my colleague Vasiliki, she will stay with you. I have another meeting with my head of unit.